Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Guy on Fire, episode 24. I got very lucky with the the water and power cutoff date. Yeah, absolutely. Particularly lucky with power, because I was struggling finding the magazine, and then I kept power for so long. That was unplanned and very lucky. So taking a look at my skill book, whoa, I am almost Carpentry 9. That was fast. So the only things I really have left to read here is cooking. And then the survivalist stuff. Okay, so I'm a little drowsy, but I've lost my exertion. I could forage and trap, yeah. I mean, I think farming would be really, really easy in this base, because I have an incredible amount of square footage available to me. Hey, Kovalik. Welcome to the stream. And thank you, Bedrock, for resubbing as well. You're on a hunt for a Jenny right now? Go to storage yards, like self-storage places. You'll get more generators than you want. It's very, very easy to find generators. They're very reliable to find. Whereas generated books, a little bit harder. Yeah, I would say of the really important items to find, generators are the easiest. Sometimes you'll struggle finding the magazines, sometimes you'll struggle finding sledgehammers, as I have, sometimes you'll struggle finding the pipe wrenches. But the generators themselves, I've probably only picked up like a quarter of the generators I've found, and I have 4 generators. Pipe wrenches allow you to plumb sinks. So if you want running water, and you don't want to have to constantly boil your water, because rain barrels will collect water, but it's tainted, so it has a sickness risk. But if you put rain barrels over your sinks, and then you use a pipe wrench to plumb your sink, and it has to be a pipe wrench, not a regular wrench or anything like that, then the water is filtered magically. Just the way it is. Yeah, and it's called a pipe wrench. The PZ Wiki does not mention this? Yeah, the PZ Wiki doesn't mention a whole lot of things. But, 100% the big advantage of the pipe wrenches is plumbing. Hey, D-Pun? You've been watching a YT, and I just moved all the food. I have, at this point, if you just caught up, moved everything into the parking lot now. I should burn down that cursed old house. So the problem with playing with fire is there's no way to stop the fire. So if I really wanted to burn down the house, what I would have to do is I'd have to get a weather report and know when incoming fire was happening. And then time it so that the rain hit, and it's really challenging to time, but time it so that the rain came after the house basically burned down, but before the entire neighborhood burns down. Because one of the issues with PZ is it doesn't render fire all that well. So you can very, and obviously I've done this myself, burning an entire mall down to timber, or to ashes. It's very easy to start fires in Project Zomboid, and it's very difficult to put them out. It's basically, once the fire is more than one cell large, like, you're just not putting that fire out. Just walk away. So probably the best way to do like large fires in Zomboid is to set up the set a large fire, and then once you've set the large fire, once it has burned down everything that you want it to burn, you leave and exit the area entirely so that it freezes. Because anywhere that you're not physically moving around in Zomboid is simulated. So what would end up happening in that situation is... No, don't drill the blank. What would end up happening in that situation is the fire would just be frozen. Where, like, it's basically paused. And then, once it's raining really hard, you return to where that fire is so that the rain puts it out. The problem with burning that cursed house down is it's way too close to where I currently live. So I can't leave the area far enough for me to not potentially burn everything to the ground. Which is something I, oddly, I don't want to do. Right? So, yeah. Heyo! Carpentry 9. That's one of the reasons why I'm probably not going to burn down the starter home, because there's no safe way to do it. And given that that starter home is cursed, the chance of that starter home then burning down my house is kind of high. And that would be sad. Hey, Nep. Thanks for making it to the stream. How many more nails do I even have? 2. Okay, yeah. I think that's going to be a problem. I will go grab some nails. So floors don't really burn in Zomboid so much as, like, everything else does. I don't know if sand would burn, but, like, I wouldn't... Because I don't think, you know, it's terrain. I don't think it would burn, but everything else is flammable. Brick, wood, metal, everything. It takes the approach of, yeah, we don't really want to design the flammability engine, so we'll just make everything flammable except for, like, the ground. So ground is not, but everything else is. Question. Should I keep working on the loft for tomorrow? If no, I'll open it up for you all to suggest something instead. I do feel like I'm making pretty good progress. I've got 3 walls and no roof, but it's just been a day, and there's still daylight left. What I need is a little doghouse for Yoda. Mental note. Steal a doghouse from the neighbors. Oh, you thought that this is the Yoda doghouse? Ouch. I live in such squalor. You think I live in a doghouse. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do live in a doghouse. It's not like Guy here has a wife. He's already in the doghouse. Yep. D-pun, exactly. Even when you have a fire extinguisher, you can very easily die playing with fire. It's why you don't see me doing a lot of fire traps or using Molotovs. Because it is, once you start that fire, it is not in your control. Fire extinguishers are hard to use, and then if your player at any time catches fire, you're just dead. You end up like, you know. You end up like how I started, I suppose. So the idea here is to have it be multi-level. I could even start like a happy little garden up here. Obviously, I'm going to have to add, like, you know, things for me not to fall to my death. But, one of the things I wanted is I wanted a little bit of plumbing so I can have some water to drink from. So that I don't have to go downstairs to the kitchen every time I want to take a sip of water or to top up. Polaro and Bedrock, thanks for the resubs. Or the sub and the resub. And cheers. When did trailers get added? They got added kind of a while ago. Like 2 patches ago, I think. It's been a minute for trailers. Oh my god. Poor guy here. Excessive exertion, ridiculously tired, very hungry. He is just a little bit of clothing away from being naked and afraid. And it looks like overwhelmingly you guys want me to continue the loft. So I will. The Tower of Babel. Hey, it's just 2 stories. It ain't like I'm, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah over here. Gambling den and all. Yeah, over-encumbrance only really hurts you. It never kills you. But it can make it dang pretty easy for you to die. Because if you let it whittle your health down and then, like, you trip and cut your knee, a tiny bit of, like, blood loss and you'll keel over dead. It's, like, funny, and then it's not funny. It hurts bad. Hurts the soul. They should add ladders. That'd be pretty cool. There's obviously graphical ladders in the game already. Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna fall. But yeah, functional ladders would be pretty neat. I'd be surprised if there isn't a mod that does that. I just don't do a lot of modded gameplay, so I don't know all the mods that there are out there. Alright, I think I'm going to take it easy for the rest of today. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good for one day. If only I had a stove, I'd cook him up some ham or something. I don't know. But poor guy here is going to have canned corn again. He's sanguine and iron-willed. Ready to take on the zombies. One smashed skull at a time. It's quite the bachelor shed. Oh, why? This is nowhere near completion. It's gonna be amazing. Provided I don't die. One little asterisk, but an important one. Why not get barbecue? I could get barbecue. I mean, the only issue I have with barbecue is then you have to keep finding propane tanks, and it's way easier to find gasoline than propane. So barbecue is a totally viable option. It's just kind of a pain to, no, don't sleep there. Kind of a pain to constantly have to source more propane. Almost done with metalwork. Maybe I'll read till I'm done. God, it's like fade to black credits here with how tired I am. Please don't fall. Yeah, I never really used the propane. The other issue is that Guy is like a metalworker, so if I ended up leaning in to use propane for cooking, I would I would likely run out of propane for metalworking. And then I would have to go to factories to go source more. It's easier if I just have, like, room temperature canned corn. It's depressing as hell, but easier. Fire pit barbecues are really cool. They are until you step on them, and then they're really hot. Oh, panic attack. Cool. Alright, here you go, guy. Look, the lot is empty. No one's around. I can't wait till I live upstairs. So, current project is build the bedroom loft. Just gonna call it a loft so you all know it's small. Right, dude? There you go. Some prime Yoda vision. Yeah, I could do the... I mean, I have an antique stove here, right? So I could easily... What seat am I in? I could easily have a antique stove cooking. There's actually one advantage of the antique stove cooking, which is it supports a lot more weight, so you can do huge batches. A normal kitchen stove can only have 3 of the large pots, cooking pots on it, whereas the antique stove can hold more weight, so you can cook massive batches. But you have to, you know, light it on fire and get kindling and get wood and you have matches and lighters. I mean, there's a lot of other considerations to be made. The gnome gives you Iron Legend vibes. Just wait until I get myself some mannequins. And my own very own Samantha. So one thing I didn't do this morning is check the radio, because I woke up in a panic. I woke up earlier than I meant to. So I'm going to have to check the radio before 9 a.m. to make sure choppers aren't coming in. I'm trying to remove as many trees around my shed as possible so I have the best line of sight possible. So that I'm aware if there's like roaming packs or something like that. Here for Bussy. Thank you for the gifted subs. I am not Bussy, but I'm happy to receive Bussy's gifts. Cheers. Oh, or cheers. Switching the camera on me. JFed, trust me, you do not want to hear me singing, and especially not to a lawn gnome. Oh, you like the Star Sector series? You know what is So, a few things about that. One, every other month or every 2 months or however you want to say it, I have all of my Patreon patrons and Twitch subs suggest games for me to play, and then they vote on them, and then they eventually make it out to public polls. So, Star Sector with Next Relin, or however you pronounce it, has been proposed for me to play multiple times. It just hasn't ever garnered popular votes, but maybe one of these days, because I know I haven't played Star Sector since the latest update, but the latest update hasn't been huge. It's just been, as far as I'm concerned, like a few more ships, a little QOL, stuff like that. But I am eager to return to it once there's more content to be played. So... thank you for the Star Sector support. It's definitely a game that that I really enjoy playing. It's funny, I was like a pretty early adopter of Star Sector, and I've owned it since I think 2013 or something stupid like that. Like ridiculously long time ago, because I believe I funded in a Kickstarter. And then it came full circle where I became a content creator for it. Because I've only been a content creator since, 2018 or so. But Zomboid is just like that too, right? Zomboid's been around since around the same time frame. Still in development and still getting better by every update. What is Guy's current weight status? Chaos Engine S? 87 and dropping. He's still a little chunky, but it's becoming more reasonable. He has a reasonable amount of chunk on him. Alright, this is almost perfectly timed. Go, go, go. Get to the radio. I'm not sure what I'm going to do today if in fact the chopper's coming. That would suck. So all I have left to do is the cooking book. I am not going to be able to find that easily, am Oh, Lord. Oh, wait. Clothing. Okay, so no chopper today. That's good. Some organization will be needed soon. Perhaps it gets voted on. It'll be much, much easier organized once I have a bunch of metal boxes to throw stuff in. So having that metalwork read all the way through is going to be really helpful. I think I am going to celebrate the Loft progress with some salami. Did I just move a whole... No, just one. Good. Have I ever played Astroneer? I have. Just not as a content creator, so I don't have any, I don't have anything on YouTube or Twitch on it. But it is a game I rather enjoy. Very cute game. Bad for beans. What command are you looking for? All the commands that I have enabled are in the title, which is mods, traits, about, and map. I haven't died with Guy. He's... Okay, that's technically not true, but more or less true. Good enough true. Railings are going to be a must? Yeah, they are. Yeah, it was a bug, not a death. Oh, I forgot to turn the radio off. Yeah, I was smashing a zombie multiple times, and it took 0 damage. Then it jumped up and bit me through, like, bulletproof vest. It was not fun. Well, this thing has a roof. So I intend to maybe garden up there. Because I don't need a lot of farming plots. I could farm on the bottom, too. I don't know, but obviously fencing and walls are going to be an absolute must. So, something else that I'm going to need to do is to move the generators so that they're not inside the bedroom, so I don't asphyxiate like an idiot. I'm also going to need to rummage around for doorknobs and hinges so that I can put doors on this thing. Zalek, I don't think that if I'm not running a bot that calculates total watch time, that it's even a thing that you can command for. I don't think that's a built-in Twitch function. I know that there's the viewer summary at the end of the year, which summarizes it all through, like, Twitch API. But short of that, I don't think that there's a command for it. This is exhausting work. Guy's lungs are on fire. Reminds me of high school sports. So if I do want to illuminate the outside at some point, I'm going to try to hook up the generator I have on me right now, like over here or something, and see if it still works. At some point, I might build myself like a little tool shed, or like a generative shed, or something like that. Well, let's see if this generator manages to turn the power on. So it's about 20 cells in every direction, 2 floors up, 2 floors down. And then I'm also moving it further away from the fences so that the zombies can't hear it. So generator info, lights, popsicle fridge. I don't know what the other is, but it's sipping. Actually, that's I don't know. It's a 16th of what a fridge is. What would it be? What would other be here? Also, that roof is horrible. What the heck is going on there? That's horrible. What? Why? Well, that's unfortunate. And ugly. Don't know how to fix that. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the raid. Here, let me give you a little shout out. What were you up to? You've seen radios sometimes use power? That would be really strange. It wouldn't be the TV because the TV's off. Also, it seems that Nightbot's commands are just... You were playing Factorio. Oh, well, what? How'd you find your way here? Out of curiosity. And welcome. So let me fill you in on what's going on. This is Guy. He started off covered in burns, head to toe, and he has been surviving for about 40-something days. 43 days or so. And he is a masterful craftsman. His traits are, at least. And we are currently building a bedroom loft so that I can sleep more easily. That would be the TLDR. Oh, you're having crazy fun with Factorio mods that you were unprepared for. I've only played a little bit of Factorio, so any amount of Factorio is too much Factorio. Oh, also for your raiders, this is my mascot. Hey, buddy. Look alive. He's a real boy. Surprisingly. And, normally I give him treats, but I ran out of dog treats for today. So how'd Factorio go? Rough? Due to the lack of preparation? I know how that feels. I allow my viewers to vote on a new game for me to play every week. And sometimes they vote for games that I haven't played in a long time, or games that I've never played, and I'm like, oh god, time to learn this game quick. It sometimes ends fine, sometimes ends a little rough. You were thinking he was animatronic? He might be. It might be one of those, like, super advanced Japanese animatronics, right? He's a good boy. Or robot. You decide. I do have other pets, but I think they're out of earshot at the moment. So Guy is having a pretty miserable day. He's already very tired. He's already highly exerted. I'm probably just going to F6 power through this book to give him a little bit of rest. Because if I get rolled up in the woods as I'm encumbered, tired, and exerted, that's not a winnable fight. Ooh, ambient gunshots. One of my neighbors just bit it. Okay, my exertion never went away. I read an entire cooking book, cover to cover, and I'm no closer to recovering. You've never seen a dog streamer? I don't know. I've seen a lot of VTubers that sure look like dog streamers. No shots fired on VTubers. I'm just saying a lot of them are animals and not humans. Well, I don't have any books to read other than the survival stuff. Might as well grab, like... yeah, Trapping for Beginners. That will work. Favor that, stick it in the bag. I will try for one more batch of trees cut down, but I am losing daylight pretty quickly here. Anonymous Gifter. Thanks for gifting out to our dear Raider here. My Wrathy. Now you have all those Yoda emotes at your disposal. Your dog approves of the stream? Awesome. That's what I'm really looking for. I mean, I try to entertain you all, but dog approval is the highest form of approval. Like that, the town in the Midwest that has a dog as a mayor. Like, that's probably the happiest town in America. Or at least the one with the most dog bowls per capita. Dog treats per capita. So who wants to bet I get rolled up on by zombies? I'm totally critically tired and not able to defend myself. You followed because of the dog? That's okay. I don't judge you. In fact, if as soon as I can, I'll put my other two dogs on cam too. Alright, just yelled to my other two dogs. See if they show up. Oh, here's Tusky. Hi, Tusk. Here's another one. Hi, puppy. Oh, don't lick my fingers. Now I have dog slobber in my hands. Ni hao. Give me your paw. No, give me your paw. Daddy's killing zombies, so I can't pay attention to you as much as I normally would. Oh, what the hell? I still had logs in my trunk? Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Oh, Jesus! Okay. Thank you, office chair. If the game wasn't giving you enough jump scares, well, there you have a real-life one. Tusk, come back. Come here. Just hang out. Oh, man. Well, guy here might be ridiculously tired, but that just definitely woke me up. I should have done a prediction for zombie scares, but I'd rather just try to get this done. Hey, puppy. I know. Sorry about the no stacks. I was picking up dog doo-doo and noticed that Yoda has been swallowing his treats whole, so I don't think they're good for him. So I'll have to find alternatives. We need a prediction for chair jump scares? Oh, this is blocked, isn't it? No, it's not blocked. Awesome. One thing that I'm really scared about is when they introduce NPCs, already your mood affects a little bit, but if they start to make the mood affect more, I ride my character hard. Okay, that sounds dirty, but I make them do a lot of things that are pretty miserable. I'm surprised that being ridiculously tired and exhausted and, like, critically encumbered doesn't piss them off a bit more. Because I think it probably should. Is the Homestead going to be a new series? It will. It will be a co-series of me and Trustin playing together. With a whole bunch of mods, actually. And that will be tomorrow at 4:30. So in almost 24 hours and 5 minutes. If you want to know exact. And that should be spicy? Smoker trait fixes all. Yeah, I didn't pick up the smoker trait for Guy here. Because honestly, I find the smoker trait to be a little overpowering. Like, maybe not in a bad way, because, you know, Zomboid is a pretty hard game, so you might as well have every advantage that you can get. But Smoker allows you to have a lot of free points to spend for no downside, which makes no sense, because in real life, you know, if you're a chain smoker, you're going to have some endurance and fitness problems, I think. Very, very few people can get away with being a pack a day and not have some sort of reduced lung function. I think it might be. I'm gonna probably finish up some of this log now, but it might be time to take out these stairs pretty soon. Smoker traits should be positive until it has some sort of side effect. Yeah, it's really easy to find cigarettes, too. I mean, probably in 1993 Kentucky, it would be really easy to find. It'd be easy to find even now. But yeah, it's like an instant solution for anxiety in the game, so it really doesn't have a lot of downsides. Have I seen the Hearty trait, the mod ads? No, I haven't. But infinite stamina sounds a little ridiculous. Yeah. Kentucky's known for tobacco, soy, and sorghum, I think? I forget I believe it's those three. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I checked. And, you know, bourbon, of course. Alright, so the stairs are obviously in my way at this point. Oh, that's okay. Still got these windows to barricade. And any second now, oh, one more board and I'm going to hit Carpentry 10. By the way, Arcmaster, cheers. Carpentry 10. The speed at which Guy levels up is absurd in kind of a lovely way. So we're going to do meta barricades on the two windows here. I'm the best carpenter in the whole world. On this region of Kentucky, I can tell you that for sure. Oh my god. What my modifier for like attack damage is like minus 99% right now. Let's get in a fight. You know what? I actually don't want that there. I'm gonna have like storage wings, I think. And I will eventually put pillars underneath to make it look supported, so it's not just like hillbilly magic that holds up my base. So I'm gonna need to smash that with a sledgy. But I think it's time to sleep. Another night, not in a loft. No zombies, no zombies, no zombies. I think the chance of me getting zombied randomly in my sleep is pretty low, considering I'm, like, walled up behind two walls. But never say never. Sleeping where you're accessible to zombies does panic you, though. So that's what's been panicking him in the mornings every now and then. Oh, wow. It's almost noon. So I got the radio on. And I think I should be able to make, like, considerable progress today with wrapping everything up. Cheers. Rednecks and hillbillies can jury rig just about everything. It's actually one of the things... Well, I think I was telling you this, but one of the things I've been particularly enjoying with stationeers is purposely doing everything wrong and jerry-rigging everything and not trying to do meta or right, because meta and right takes so long and is very boring to me, having to do it for like the nth time. And it's way more fun to just be like, this is wrong, and it also works, so like, huzzah, you know? Alright, so I need, what, 2 doorknobs and 4 hinges. 1, 2, okay. There we go. And that should allow me to make the doors up top. No planes coming. I'm going to keep working on this loft, and I'm going to try to get it enclosed. Let me also pull the sledge out of this pile of nonsense here so it's separated. Because I'm getting to the point where I need to break the stairs and then the frame that I built that I didn't want. I will say that if the whole meme of, like, you know, it's fine if it works... I've seen some jerry-rigging where it works not... But it, like, there's no way it's going to continue working. So it's unsustainably operating, if that makes sense. And I don't think that's fine. Like, I've worked in, like, IT, for instance, and I've seen people use tape and things like that where it shouldn't be used. What is the Homestead stream about? You'll have to tune in tomorrow, won't you? I don't know what Trustin has said, so I don't want to leak any information that he wanted to keep close to the vest. So you can kind of see the layout here. I do think that these 2 wings are probably going to be able to hold enough of my stuff. So I'll have like a bed here and storage all around. It's going to be very meager, very Spartan. So let's try to seal it up. Probably like 2 or 3 more batches of wood will do. After I have the structure, basically the idea is to at least wall it up so that I can put a bed up there and have it be like quote-unquote enclosed. And then once I have that, what I'll do is I'll open up the viewer submitted ideas now. And then as soon as I finish this project, I can poll you about the next one. So feel free to propose projects for Guy here to work on. Harathon, thank you for the follow. So to inspire some of your suggestions... Well, okay. Dora already suggested one of the things I was going to say, which is to level up electricity so I can actually get an oven. Adding storage, because right now what I'm doing is I'm just doing the bare minimum to get a bed up there. It's not going to have storage. So adding storage to the loft, starting a farm, lighting up the perimeter, which I believe is already submitted. leveling up metalwork so that I can replace the front gate with a fence one rather than a janky wooden one that blocks line of sight and nearly got me killed. We could also... Yeah, there's a whole lot of options here. We could plaster up. We could furnish. Get a proper kitchen, bar, whatever. I'm happy to work on whatever you guys... Whatever seems reasonable that could be done in like a day or two in PZ. That is in line with Guy's goals. Guy wants to live in the lot, so goals like, hey, move to Louisville. Yeah, that would probably not go over so well. Oh, there's a whole lot of suggested ideas already. Some of them I think are duplicates, which I'll refund. So Highland Timber, just to let you know, his suggestion was to protect the windows and the door of the bottom downstairs trailer with vehicles. That I don't think works anymore. I think zombies can destroy things while prone now. So that is no longer a... I mean, I could do it, but I don't think it will offer any actual protection. Because the game updated to remove that. Let's call it a meta. So the idea that I have here is, let me pause for just a second. This will all be enclosed. All the wooden on the second floor. And then down here will be wooden pillars holding it up. And then it will be a patio underneath that has furniture, a place to read, a couch maybe, stuff like that. Just comfort stuff. Maybe a composter. Well, you don't want a composter too close, because that would stink. But, you know, things of that idea to make it look comfortable. Maybe the antique stove. Yeah, you had a zombie under a car break barricades. Yeah, I believe that is a thing now. So I'm going to refund you Highland Timber. Just because I don't believe that will actually do anything for me, sadly. Long are the days that offered actual protection. Another thing I need to remember to do is the door. So let's get those installed. So this way, my water is not on the ground floor, because obviously I can't plumb with that. And I still have access to come here, and I can... If I wanted to, I could put, like, farm plants and things like that. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to use these ledges, but I can make them look pretty if I want. So one of the things I've mentioned in the past is I don't intend to use any game mechanic exploits, for lack of a better term, to barricade up windows. I think that once you go down that road, you might as well just exploit everything. So I don't... Yeah, like obviously using sheet ropes is... In some ways you can be like, oh, it's an exploit because zombies can't get to you. You can sleep and you're never, like, vulnerable or whatever. And, like, yeah, okay, that's true. But, throwing what shouldn't be unbreakable in front of windows to stop zombies, I think is, maybe not calling it exploit, but it's too cheesy for me. I haven't tested it because I don't obviously play this way, but there are some objects that, like, zombies can't break, that can offer you base imperviousness. Is it too soon for a beer? Yeah, probably. What about a few walls in succession? Yeah, I mean, a few walls are fine. The thing is, like, when you have a swarm... So, building walls, like, speaking about building walls, a wall will protect against a few wanderers. It protects against zombies, right? But not perfectly. Layering them up, the only time you'd ever need, like, more than one wall... So I would say 2 walls is smart, and anything past 2 walls is not worth the effort. And the reason is, the benefit that 2 walls gives you is that if in any one point your wall breaks, a second wall keeps them contained. More than 2 walls means that you probably are dealing with a swarm, because if you haven't repaired the outer wall and your inner wall breaks, it doesn't at that point matter how many walls you have, you're losing the base, or you're losing whatever the walls were protecting, because if you lose 2 layers of walls, you're losing all layers of walls. In Zomboid, like, if I got, like, a chopper event overhead, and it summoned, like, 200 zombies to me, it wouldn't really matter how many walls I put between me and 200 zombies. They're getting through all of them. So, the only advantage of walls is to give you time to notice that the wall has been taken out, and to repair it. But infinitely layering walls like it's 7 days to die doesn't really make any sense in Zomboid, because a high enough population can tear through everything that you build rather quickly. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid, Guy on Fire, which originally streamed live on Twitch, April 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to join me in a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams, and you can also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Rhadamant5186. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel when you like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.